This afternoon, the FDA's Vaccine Advisory Committee voted in favor of recommending Moderna's vaccine be authorized for children between the ages of 6 and 17. A unanimous vote. Of course, you'll recall Pfizer's vaccine received emergency use authorization months ago, while Moderna has remained under study in children. Dr. Frank George has been following this FDA meeting all day, and he's here now with a breakdown. Doc?
Yeah, well, Devin, the discussion was somewhat more complicated because the Moderna studies occurred in two age groups, 6 to 11 and 12 to 17, and it also occurred during waves of different variants. So to simplify things, the big questions are whether it's necessary, whether it's safe, and whether it works. Starting with the need for a pediatric vaccine, Dr. Evan Anderson, presenting on behalf of Moderna, talked about some common COVID misperceptions, including the risk of death.
Although it is, thankfully, not common, children can and do die with COVID-19. As of June 2nd, more than 600 children ages 5 to 17 have died with COVID, as documented by CDC.
As far as the safety of the vaccine in children, there was no significant difference identified between the Moderna vaccine being discussed for children and either the currently authorized pediatric Pfizer vaccine or the already fully approved adult mRNA vaccines. The one caveat was, although myocarditis wasn't detected in the studies, because it's such a rare event, the risk cannot be ruled out. And when the CDC compared the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines in adults, there was a possible difference.
In age groups where product comparisons can be made, some evidence suggests that myocarditis and pericarditis risk may be higher after Moderna than after Pfizer. However, the findings are not consistent in all U.S. monitoring systems.
And when it came to whether the vaccine worked, a CDC presenter summed things up.
To parents that are interested in getting their child vaccinated, it's true you may have shorter protection against infection from these vaccines, but you will have sustained protection against hospitalization and severe disease, which is really what the vaccines are targeted to.
Now, this was just the first hurdle for Moderna in older kids and teens. The FDA is going to make its final decision now, and then the CDC's advisors and the CDC director are going to have their say. But based on what we heard today, it seems likely that this age group will soon have a second option available to them.
Now, Frank, this is a two-day meeting, actually, and I think tomorrow is actually considered the main event. Talk about what we expect then.
Well, tomorrow is actually the highly anticipated discussion for vaccines in children under age 5. Now, this is a group that has had no options for vaccination, and there are parents who have really been begging and pleading with the FDA to change that. The FDA advisors are going to review data on both Pfizer's and Moderna's vaccines for this age group, and we're going to have a full report on Local 4 News tomorrow at 4, 5, and 6.
All right, Doc.